Leadership in the Nation. By Joyce Muraoka. What does it mean to be a leader in these times, and what are we leading toward? Our nation, the USA, is going through the struggle of birthing, of awakening, of initiating itself into young adulthood. By pushing through its chrysalis, the butterfly forces the life fluids through its wings as it is emerging, thereby having the capacity to fly. Life would not clip our cocoon, nor our wings, but would rather we learn the lessons the conflict is here to teach, in order that we be able to fulfill our nation's destiny. We are the first nation in history consciously founded on ideology, philosophy, the new Atlantis. In our soul and persona makeup, we have the capability of transferring the wisdom of the ages, and lifting our lamp beside the golden door, lead the world into the age of collaborative group service. We must learn to do what we are to teach the world, so we have invoked the opportunity. I realize that part of the problem, what has been the missing third point of the trinity between the two major parties or candidates is, we, the people. The people want someone else to lead, want a parent to take care of us, to be responsible, to keep us safe, to keep us fed, so we can remain young. It is time for we, the people, to grow up, take responsibility, take part in the unfoldment of the ideals upon which we are founded. More people talked about, groused about, opined about, canvassed about and turned out to vote this time around. That's positive. Though still heavily colored by emotions, people are pushing to understand and use reasoning to solve problems at the grassroots level. The momentum must be harnessed and not allowed to fester or go fallow. The general aspiration that has been aroused must have a clear direction toward which to aim. The spiritual world is looking for grooming and supporting leadership, not a leader in humanity. Look for the opportunities to take up your charge. Look for the wisdom working through and behind this outer event. We are in charge of seeing to it that it unfolds. Just as the Iroquois Constitution, the great law of peace, regarded leaders as servants of the people, rather than their masters, in the East that wisdom is also spoken of in the Tao Te Ching. If the sage would guide the people, he must serve with humility. If he would lead them, he must follow behind. In this way, when the sage rules, the people will not feel oppressed. When he stands before them, they will not be harmed. The whole world will support him and will not tire of him. Because he does not compete, he does not meet competition. Taken from page 112 of The American Soul, by Jacob Needleman. The motto E pluribus unum, within the many one, or unity within diversity, is the concept this nation stands upon. Understanding that greater strength and progress can be accomplished by individuals acting together as a group was a theme within the Iroquois League of Nations, as well as in the Constitution of the United States. Like the Founding Fathers, leaders today must realize that no human selfishness still exists. The freedom for individuals to grow, to actualize the inner potential of goodwill must be protected. As Jacob Needleman in American Soul pointed out, the democratic forms of government the Founding Fathers, created does not pretend to impose spiritual truths upon the people, not because the founding fathers did not believe that spirit existed, but because they knew it could not be made to act by the agency of ordinary individual human effort. What they created, and for many of them this was surely explicit in their thought, was a social structure that made room for the appearance of spiritual power, or, in their language, that made room for reason, the action of a higher, independent power of mind. When reason is needed, when the spirit is needed, it will act. But the need must be felt by the community, and the individuals in the community must feel they need each other's thought and inquiry in order for the spirit to enter the community. We will never know what we have here if we do not understand that the founding basis of this country was not land or tribe, but the call for people to assemble together and work together for the good. Wherever this model is exemplified, there the heart of this nation's soul is heard beating. Leaders are not only found in the elected public officials, but in the workplace, the home, the schools, etc. Leaders are those who take that rhythm to heart, and with perseverance and courage build the cannon shenny, the long house, where separate council fires are brought under one roof. The wisdom of our elders must be applied anew in every setting. The time is at hand. What we ask of our leaders, we must ask of ourselves. We owe each other nothing less.